Dream. That's a powerful word.
Effort is 100% in the mind. No coach, no player, nobody else can make you run to the ball. Nobody else can make you finish a tackle. Nobody else can do it. And when you finally figure it out, how to win real battles is found through fundamentals. That's what wins championships. That's what wins battles.
Your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears. See, that's why you have to have big dreams. Because your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears and all your consequences. What makes people go back is you dream too small. See, your problem in life ain't if you aim too high and you miss it. Your problem in life is if you aim too low and you hit it. That's, you messed up now. So when you aim to the moon and you miss, you still amongst the stars. So it kind of keeps you motivated a lot longer, man, to help you push through. Because everybody's gonna have a push through moment.
When you have a dream, the one thing you have to watch out for are those out there that'll try to crush your dream. And you cannot allow that to happen. That is your biggest challenge. So I challenge you to have your dream, go after it with all you have, and be legendary in your own right.
Savage.
What's good, bruh?
Same shit. Taking your line. Striving to be better than yesterday.
I was trying to watch a little bit of Monday Night Raw, though, but still, like, other than that, ain't nothing catch my eye.
Let me send a link out to our guest that we got real quick. Yep, man. Everything been good, bro. Trying to see what they're going to do with this hurt business.
First off, stop. I wish everybody stop automatically keep. That ain't got shit to do with the hurt business.
I don't give a damn. That's what they're going to sell it as.
I know that. I mean, everybody always talking about hurt business automatically. Yo, just let it ride out. It's gonna be completely different from the hurt business. I guarantee that.
Well, they need to give it a name, goddammit. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our guest Josh Wilson on the line.
Hello.
If y'all remember, Josh was one of our first interviews. I think he was the first interview, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm trying to think. Yeah.
I think he was the first interview.
The first one we actually had. Yeah.
Josh Wilson is over the Pompano Eagles organization. He holds a lot of hats, a lot of titles. Today he'll be on here talking to us about his new brand that he has out for wrestlers, anybody that's in sports, if you're in school, book, basketball, anything. Well, anyway, I'll let Josh tell y'all about it. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Wilson. For the ones that don't know you, introduce yourself, sir.
Good evening. My name's Josh Wilson. Lummy pretty much said it all. We got a long-standing relationship, but outside of that, I'm a vice president over here at the Pompano Eagles. Been out there since 2015. Also the head coach of the 13U this season. We're looking to do some good things. Program's thriving, and that's because of the community, the parents, and the players, and the coaches that give back. Tonight I'm on here. Glad to let me give me an opportunity to get on here and speak about Dream Team Apparel. Dream Team Apparel basically was a vision started last year, and between me and a buddy, and just kind of looking at an opportunity where we could get into that market as far as uniform apparel, and it's something that this year, we got off the ground, so we've been excited, for an early startup. We're attacking our local community, so we're building relationships, networking through that way. And tonight was another opportunity. So Dream Team Apparel is really just about dreaming big and thinking unstoppable. That's the mindset and the approach and the kind of model we live by. So we're excited about the future and see what happens,
As far as the apparel that you have, what all lanes do you guys offer? Like what all lanes do you service rather? Like I know you got some football teams that wear the Dream Team Apparel, and then I seen some 7-on-7 teams that you had with it too. So obviously you have short sets and the regular football uniforms. Is there anything else that you can create for outside of football or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, when we got started in the market, it was, we went with what we were comfortable with, which was youth football, that arena. But obviously, we want to be a business that has opportunities in all sports arenas. So wrestling, is near and dear to my heart. I've always been a big fan. My dad introduced it to me. Coco Beware, one of my favorite of all time growing up. So that ages me a little bit, but always been a big fan of wrestling, and of course, a big part of that is having that look for the gimmick, right, and understanding what's going on in that aspect. So anywhere we could do to reach out and get into that arena, we're excited. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. We do have a social media, which is our Instagram, which is our primary ordering page. You can also contact me directly, but you can follow us at Dream Team Apparel on Instagram. That's Dream Team Apparel. Also, you can reach out to me by phone, 954-696-7841. And then, of course, the email, which is Coach J Wilson02@gmail. So those outlets, but usually the best way to just DM me on Instagram, DM us, and we get back to you within 24 hours.
Now, for somebody that say somebody placed the order, what would be the turnaround? Like how long it would take for it to get back to them once they ordered?
Just gonna ask that.
Yeah, that's a great question. Typically, you're looking at 3-week turnaround. It makes it a lot easier if you have a design already. Obviously, we have designers that we work with that can come up with stuff from scratch. But when you look at those phases, it takes a little bit more time. But I would just say, just start to finish, you're looking at about a 3-week turnaround to have a product in your hand.
Okay.
Okay, because I was just thinking that because I got me a little old school throwback concert coming up, and I want to wear like a custom made baseball like jersey, so you'll be able to do something like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you got a design, you get it over to me. I get it back to you in 3 weeks.
3 weeks, all right? Because I'm gonna need it in November. Yeah, okay. So that's a good thing we done talked about this already because I've been looking all on the internet and them prices.
Yeah.
I mean, and while we talking about that, like, are you cheap, affordable?
I would say I would go with the latter, affordable, right?
Affordable, yeah.
One of the things that we took time over the first year before we stuck our neck out was to do some quality control and kind of see what's out there. I spent a lot of time with my partners as far as vendors and trying to figure out what fabric we want to go with. So we wanted to go with more of a quality at an affordable pricing versus getting cheap material just to make a cheap buck.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to anything I put my name on or around or associated with, I really wanted it to be a reflection of who I am. I honestly didn't even want anybody to know I was involved with the business, just because that's the type of person I am. But given the situation, it's probably best that I come out the closet in that regards, and we have a face to go with the brand. So we're here now, Dream Team Apparel. We're looking to get stronger as we build more support through our local community outlets like you guys and the avenues that you present. We'll take advantage of the publicity anytime we can. So
let me ask you this: do you because I know you got one. I know you spoke with before we got on here. You got one great designer that's out of LA that's just so happened to be your brother. Is there other designers that you will have that'll come on, or you just want to stick with him? How would that work out? Would it be like what I'm trying to say is, say if with wrestlers, for example, they tend to like have like mythical characters and all types of like different stuff like that. Are you gonna eventually have it set up where you have different designers where a person is able to choose or select a designer that they want to deal with? Or you?
Yeah, we're open to anything. It's no different from if you have a preferred style or a preferred cut in a certain. We're willing to customize things to your liking, because we want to make you a long-term customer. So yeah, we're open to graphic designers that want to get involved and understand the market and what that takes. I have no problem introducing those people to the right people to assist with us. But yeah, my brother is somebody that, Cosmo the Truth, shout out to Cosmo.
Most definitely.
It's somebody that can definitely take things to a different level. And then we have some in-house designers that we deal with directly through the vendor connections I have. So
Gotcha.
Good. So basically, I can wear your apparel more than once, or if I can throw it in the washing machine, I ain't gonna have no bad results.
That's a good question.
yeah, man. Like I said, it's about making sure we trying to get premium quality at affordable price. Understand we're not Nike yet or Adidas, but that don't mean we can't aim to have that type of quality
Right.
at a reasonable price point. So that's anytime we dropping something, we're always looking at garments. I'm getting in the avenue. I'm getting into a lot of cheer stuff right now. So I'm learning a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
How things need to cut, the different materials they like, the coloring schemes, and so there is some learning on the run as an upstart. But we're excited about that. Never been afraid of that type of stuff and challenges. So we'll take them head on as they come.
Now,
And we're always willing. We're customer based. We're customer friendly. So we always try to right our wrongs. If there anything that we do, doesn't come out to your liking, in the sense of outside of what you approve, we're willing to work with you and get things right.
And that's a good thing, because that's the whole part of understanding that you're not Nike or all these other brands. You can still be touched if there's any issues. That's actually a great thing. What I wanted to ask you is, I know you said 3 weeks would be the turnaround. Does that also include if somebody went the whole uniform route, like if somebody wanted to uniform a whole team? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. And what else I was going to ask you, as far as the what made you want to like say go full on with this? Because I know sometimes people have passion and dreams for stuff, and sometimes they tend to die out. So what was it that inspired you to say, you know what, man, I need to fucking do this shit?
I mean, it was actually more circumstantial in the beginning and became more of a challenge to see if I can do it. I kind of like talked it into existence. Hey, I could do this. And you keep telling yourself, I could do this. I could do this. And then eventually you find yourself where you're having these conversations with people that are in that world. And then you really start believing it. And then, I don't know, it's kind of like overnight in a sense of like, all right, let's try this. Let's see how it goes. There's a big trust factor when you're dealing with cross seas relationships and things of that nature, and you don't know people. And so the guy I dealt with, we had countless and countless of meetings where he was willing to drive to me and meet up with me in different locations that I felt safe and about, and we just had great conversation. I felt his energy. He felt my energy, and it was good. It was. I knew it would be a good business relationship. So that character matters when it comes to that type of stuff, especially when you're new to a new industry. It always goes down to the type of people somebody is, right? And so I felt comfortable dealing and exchanging, substantial money values with this guy. And then we talked about quality, and we got some assurances on that, and kind of, But just to go back to your original question, I I want to provide an opportunity for the next generation in my family to have something. Like I said, the goal for me is to build a great solid foundation where by the time, my son, my kids, um, they have something in college that they can run as a business. You know what I mean? So for me right now, I want to make some money. But I want to also build a great foundation and be long standing. In 3 years, will DTA still be around? That's the question, right? So that's what we want. That's what we're aiming for: longevity. We build that longevity. People understand you're reliable and accountable, and all the other stuff will take care of itself.
Most definitely.
Okay, so you already know, starring it is gonna be, you're gonna run into little issues. But what were some issues you had, even thinking about planning it? Did you run into any issues?
The first thing is trust. Is like, you hear all the horror stories. Guys getting scammed $3,000 thinking they're finna get stuff. I had my own personal experience last year dealing with a vendor, somebody I knew, and we got all the material back, and everything was like, it was sized in the sizes, but it wasn't sized for American size people. The average American is not is not the same size of the average
Asian.
person, cross country or whatever you want to call it. So you gotta look at it. We eat different.
Yeah.
So sizing was a big thing. So I some of the people I dealt with, and I took some lessons and some learns. So that was an issue. Just having a little fear in regards to that. And then understanding like just of recent, I give you a story about last week. We had a color code issue where I gave somebody samples of colors, but I didn't make them pick the color code. So I learned my lesson. I end up getting all this product made, and it ain't the color that they want.
Right.
So from that point on, I say, all right, I got to make sure I use color codes. I got to get the exact color code, so ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. And then sometimes not sometimes, but typically things on color on a digital image is going to look a little different when it gets on cloth material. So that's a learning lesson. So you have to advise the consumer of that. Hey, this blue is the color code. It's just going to look a little different shade because of the material that we putting it on. But it is the color code. So, you live and you learn. And like I said, we're excited about all the challenges that come with it.
That's what's up. Now, I was just gonna say, is there what's your 5-year goal right now? I don't want to go. What's your 1-year goal? Let's start there as far as with it, because it seems like you got the ball moving now. So can you see where your vision is with DTA in a year from now?
That's a great question. I think for us, our 1-year goal is to build a good customer base.
Right.
Where people can, especially locally and even nationally, to know that hey, we can reach out to DTA. We're going to get a solid ETA on turnaround. We're going to get quality material, and they have superb customer service. So in a year, I would say we want to have a good customer base built up for the business.
So what are some of the things that you've been doing so far to build the brand up? Have you just been going out with flyers or show up at certain like pop-up events just to build a brand? Have you been doing that?
Yeah, no, we haven't done any pop-up events. What we've been relying on really is more of our social media and then just our live models. What's been great is, being at the park that I help oversee, we've been able to brand 2 teams in DTA apparel. So, they walk around with the bags and the shorts and the 2 sets of uniforms. That's brought other business. Now we're going to have about 3 or 4 cheerleading teams in DTA apparel. So it's kind of been a lot of word of mouth and live model advertising that we've been using, and that's been free. So that's good for any startup, right?
Most
You want to keep your overhead at a minimum as best you can. And so yeah, that's been I'll say the 2 biggest advertising tools we've been able to use. Pop-up shops I think are great. And that's something that we'll definitely look into in the future, getting into those type of avenues and arenas. But for right now, I think we're going to keep forcing, what we've been doing, and it's been working. And for me, it's always I want to keep things in a manageable proportion, But you never know, you got to be prepared for anything. God may say, "Hey, I'm gonna touch this thing in a special way," So ready or not, here it come. But we're excited, like I said, either way.
Tell us. Go ahead.
I got some
Mark.
wrestlers that asked me like, oh, they know we had some shirts, and they was always like, "Hey, do you know anybody that do gear or whatever?" So bam,
There it
we got
is.
somebody we can point
like I
to.
said, so now you got to go to some of these events with us now and really be out there with it, promoting that.
Nah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I have no problem. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, what I'll do is we'll do a wrestling mock-up with your show name on it.
Okay,
And
great.
I'll do that. That'll be complimentary of DTA. So you guys will have that. We appreciate, you letting us get on here tonight.
Okay, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, because hey, listen, like, hey, this is what we started off just start talking wrestling, but then I'm like me personally, I know a lot of people that's on the upstart trying to do their thing, and they just really don't got that avenue to branch out. And I said, let me listen. We're making a little move with our podcast. So if anybody else we know is doing anything like wrestling, boxing, comedian, poetry. Hell, we done started having singles on here, like actual. So we go up, we go everywhere with this now.
Nah,
You
you
know,
guys do a phenomenal job. I definitely tuned in the podcast in the past. Big fan of the show.
Thank you, man.
Make sure you guys subscribe. These guys are great at what they do. So I'm excited, and I wish you nothing but success.
Now let me ask you this, because a lot of people don't know about this, and I'm gonna just put it out there because I know you was trying to keep it secret. I know as far as with the brand with DTA that you was looking to do an annual DTA Bowl. I know you probably don't know a date yet, but I know that was something that you was looking forward to doing. I just wanted to bring it up because I think it'd be great. What the name means in itself, and then to implement that along with the athletes, I think it's a good look, and then it's a good opportunity to get your merch out there too, as well as being the host.
No, definitely. You sports is kind of where we're carving our lane in the beginning right now, and so we definitely, I have a history and a background doing events, as far as 7-on-7s, and so yeah, that's something that we definitely have a vision on having, like a dream team, All American, DTA All American team. We're gonna have a senior. We're gonna have 2 divisions next year in 7-on-7. We'll have a 13, 14U division 7-on-7, and then we'll have a varsity for 14, 15-year-olds. So we'll be doing tryouts for that stuff in January. I'll get some coaches in place for that. So those are some things that we're looking at as far as marketing and things that we can give back to the community, and let these kids know that Dream Team is here for them.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Well, Josh, the reason why we took you down this lane is because it's like Marlon said, he hit it right on the nail. We have a lot of people that we have on the show, so there's no telling who's watching. So for the average person that wants to be an entrepreneur and may want to do what you do as far as dealing with merch, they could kind of get an insight of know what lane they need to be in, and know, well, in anything you do is going to be obstacles. But hey, this is one of the obstacles that I may run into. So you know what I'm saying? That's why we ask you those type of questions, to try to set it up for the person that want to, or inspire to do the same thing like what you're doing now.
Yeah, I think it's great, and I think one of the challenges that when you're doing any startup or any business that you have in mind is the belief that you got to have, and that's something that even I struggle with, but I have to remind myself. You really have to look that man in the mirror and remind yourself that you have to believe in what you're putting your energy to, and if you're putting the right type of energy, it'll be reciprocated within the right way, and people see that and support. And even though you guys haven't bought one uniform yet, this is a way of showing support. So I look at all opportunities as a blessing. Very thankful and humbled by this. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Man, listen, I know you, man, this guy is real busy. I know him personally, so I know his schedule. So for him to just have time to be on here, that means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Marla. We know you. We all went to high school together. Ain't a secret. That's what it's out. Hey, but anyway, this guy's always been a great dude. He's always been about his business, being detailed. His nickname is Boss, for God's sake. So you know what I'm saying? I wanted to definitely take this time to put him on our platform along with me and Marlon, and what we do again on the different light other than, you know what I'm saying? The organization Boss Josh. This is entrepreneur Boss Josh right here. So when he get it going, y'all make sure that y'all follow him. Make sure if you didn't get it, I have it all in the description anyway, with everything that he got going on and how to reach out to him and stuff like that. Marlon, anything else that you're interested in on?
Oh yeah. He when he spoke about Coco Beware earlier, that let you know. Hey, look. Hey, this an old time. You like the old time wrestling.
Yeah, man.
You
Coco
ain't too much
Beware.
on the new. You ain't too much on the new shit, but that old
Coco
school.
Beware was my guy. My dad introduced me to him. Coco Beware was my guy, and then I fell in love with Ultimate Warrior. Of course, we all were Hogan fans growing up, but Ultimate Warrior was
Marlon don't like that.
okay. Wow. Okay. All right.
I'm with you though, Josh.
I seen through his bullshit at a young age. I seen through that bullshit. I'm like, ain't no way in hell nobody beat me with no leg drop. I'm sorry. Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, see, charisma can get me. Charisma, see, that don't fly over with Marlon. You got to have some skill set.
Yeah, definitely. And So yeah, then Ultimate Warrior was my guys to mimic him in the yard, and then became a really, really big fan when wrestling. High school, following Stone Cold. Couldn't tell me nothing about that guy. It was just 316, wherever it was. Can of whoop ass. That was my mindset, and I'm wrestling is near and dear to my heart. I got my kids in it. My daughter, she watches it. My girlfriend's daughter, they watch it. So, we big fans over here.
Well, damn, man, you gotta bring out an indie show, Marlon. We gotta introduce.
Hey, man, you already hit nail on the head. Like, yeah, shit. Well, we always at the indies. So, and then I feel like this. Hey, you say your kids or your girl, bam, there you go, bam.
Oh man,
also,
that'd be great.
Nice family-oriented show. Well, Josh, bro, man, listen, man. Once again, thank you for coming on the show, man. This is your home. You already know that. I don't care if you got a million things going
on, man. Don't hesitate. Just bring it, bro. If you come up with an idea in the middle of the night tonight, hey, y'all boys, I got this idea. Yeah, we got you. We
can run it. Most definitely.
I appreciate you guys again. Y'all follow us at Dream Team Apparel and Instagram. That's DTA Dream Team Apparel. Hit us up in the DMs. We'll take care of you.
That's it, man. And anything, and before, I think it's important too. How you guys determine the sizes? Like if somebody.
Yeah, well, I got some samples that we could size off for a team football uniform, for example. I got a whole sizing kit from youth extra small all the way up to 5X. So we get you sized up and then get you rolling that way.
Y'all got it, man. So once again, man, thank y'all for your time. Josh, we ain't gonna cut you off. That's how we normally end the show. So we gonna do we do everybody else the right way too. But we
don't got that on. You be watching, man. It be so educational, but we run out of time. Like
y'all having hey man, when you're having fun and you're enjoying each other's company, it be like that sometimes.
That's what I say. I think that's what we striving for. Like, okay, we can be
y'all podcast more like a hangout. So
yeah, most definitely.
Y'all gonna say that. Like, it's not we interviewing. Like, okay, we can have a conversation. What's going on? Like, yeah, that's how we look at it now.
Well, make sure you get me them. Get me if you can, give me some demos so I can probably throw some on the reel on the highlight, and shoot me your favorite song. I'll make this up real nice. I try to have this out tomorrow, and I'll send you the link. And ladies and gentlemen, everything will be in the description. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. When you go follow Josh, make sure you say Lamar sent y'all so you know where the love comes from. And thank y'all for your time. And we out. Good night, bro.
All right, talk to you guys.
All right,
thank you.
And now he started shooting. Got a badge, he undefeated, but his mind is ruined. I just really hope I lead a step up to the forms. You don't believe in only Jesus, it's already done. You see, the fight is just a battle that's already won. And I ain't never shot a gun, but here's a loaded one. No, I ain't never shot a gun, but here's a loaded one. What you think? You think I should keep going? I ain't dropped music since last year. This how I'm feeling. Right now I'm feeling optimistic, better yet I'm feeling pessimistic, better yet I'm feeling like a vigilante. Wanna grab the pistol, start the venting. Couple of shots aimed at your chest will get you hearts plenty. Bet all them lights ain't gonna mean nothing when them boys end it. 5 by 5, 6, you get the whole inches. And I'ma be the one holding the rose, damn it's a fight for your life, please don't panic. A life for a life, I hear those chanting. I'm tryna sharp up my knife for the road, damn it's a long night ahead. Gotta pray for us, don't wanna lock us in jail. They wanna kill my brother, I can't respect you evil motherfuckers. It's a check a bounty, don't get it or something's time to check the system. They living on our money, we get back to business when shit get back to being non-conflicting. It's hard to think future witness, the gods have seen it. COVID-19, it's like the gods are speaking. On marijuana smoke, I've been known for tweaking, but am I tweaking or am I just speaking? I don't know. It's some shit for the weekend. Friday vibes. Something you could just play over and over. In the meantime, I just want to talk about a couple things I've been thinking about. Like the virus. That shit is, that's crazy. Couple of deaths that just recently happened that hit home. Whether it was racist or anything like that. That's crazy too. But you know we gotta keep building on and staying strong, and you know that's what they tell us to do as black men, that gotta stay strong. So I gotta stay strong.
Jones.
This, that, so full. So I gotta stay strong. Good for you. So good for you. So I gotta stay strong. This, that, so full. So good for you. This, that, so